Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Dyson Sphere Project. In this episode, our mech walks really slow. We're going to start making our tech go a bit faster. So we can tell that, first off, this is not... Well, it is going, actually. We could put another one of these guys here. Can't stack any higher with the current setup, so... The sorter is a transportation. I got it. I did it already. Leave me alone.
Matrix Lab. You can use
He just keeps yelling at me.
Or research technologies.
It's like when you're working really good at your job, and then the boss is like, stack the boxes over there. You're like, I've been doing that all day. Thanks. Thanks for that tip. I'll be sure to remember that. There we go. First stack. Nice. Okay. The music audio is so loud for me. Almost loud for you guys. I'm gonna lower it for 2 seconds. Okay, good, 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 good. Gonna connect that in there. Connect you into there. So one thing I did on my Twitch video or Twitch playthrough, and I don't suggest doing, is direct blue into building. While it works initially, it's not gonna always work. You're eventually gonna run into a problem by doing that. So you can do it right away, but I'm not a fan of it. It's just not. It's not gonna work out for you. So don't do that. You're gonna want to have a side buffer somewhere. Okay, so we got these guys automated for me, but they're not going into a chest. Give me some steel. So you can click on the belt and click and hold. Click and hold to give you the items. Today we have coffee. Coffee is the drink of choice today. There we go. Shift left click to grab the item.
You built a storage, which can be.
It's kind of weird he's telling you that again, because we already have storage things built. Let's go back to settings here for a second. Settings, settings, settings. Only necessary tips. Show only important tips. They're like, all the tips are important. Just can't win. So now we have belts automated. We have smelters automated. We have sorters automated. And now we need assemblers automated. Assemblers are gears, green circuits, and iron, which could very easily be made right here. But we'll get more smelting going first, because clearly that might be a bit of a problem.
You built a smelter.
Like, is that an important tip? I get it. I get it. I bet you that's something that'll be changed in later editions of this game, but currently you just get yelled at a lot. You just gotta get used to it. Just get used to getting yelled at. It's like being in the army, but he has a very pleasant voice. I could queue up some text now, too. So we have steel smelting purification, so we can make the better fuel. Actually is what we wanted to do there. Steel might be okay, but I'll possibly jump to some mech upgrades to make our mech a little faster. One more construction drone might actually be decent for us. Drone engine, make them a bit faster too. Vertical height, we don't really care about that too much right now. We don't need to stack our buildings a million high. We can go with that one there too. Why not? Why not? But now, we can smelt this coal. Our power is not keeping up. You can see it's yellow underneath. That means your power grid is dying. It's dying. So I'm going to grab this. Lack of an item. Go, go, go. So we're soon going to have better fuel, which is actually a huge boost to your mech. So you can see we have no power right now. Just can't charge if you're actually being somewhat efficient in doing lots of stuff. These don't have the iron yet. We had manually fed that, didn't we? Yep. That's okay. That's okay. Just gonna take a delicious sip of this coffee. 2 cream, 5 sugar. Just the way a Canadian likes their coffee. Not very strong. It's true, though. Canadians don't like coffee very strong. Compared to Europeans or Americans. And then the Europeans are like, wait, Americans like their coffee strong? Well, compared to a Canadian. More drones. So now we can build even faster, because now we've got 3 drones here. Now we can kill our power even better. Even better. So one thing...
Your production compound has reached a certain scale.
Cool.
Now click the statistics
panel. One thing you'll notice when placing your sorters is if I click on the belt right here and I drag it, I can actually modify where it's going to go to. I think it goes over a couple tiles. So I have clicked here, but it will still let me put it onto the building. So you don't need to be perfect with your placement of inserters. You have a little bit of flexibility where you place them. Just as a heads up. It does not need to be perfect. And now we got good fuel. So this good fuel, we're definitely going to chest it as well. Because this is going to be used for a long time for us. This is the good stuff. We'll bring it this way. And maybe across. Well, we'll just keep it right here for now. But we'll definitely be chesting this. Give me that, and we'll start seeing a noticeable fuel increase here. He pulls from the first slot. Feels like this should be the first one, but he actually pulls from that side first, so just as a heads up. Just as a heads up. So now we have tier 2 fuel, I would call this. I call this tier half. You do not want to be using trees for fuel. It's an automation style game, so you almost never want to be doing something that requires manual work to make it work. While you could, you don't. I might automate power lines next. Come on, bots. They're building way over there, actually, right now. So slow. There we go. And we will let that fill all the way up. So we are actually getting a bit of power. There's one other thing I could do, which is kind of neat. To charge your mecha. You can build these towers. So if you stand near it, it'll pull power from your power grid. It's kind of cool. And there we go, we got glass. Glass is now coming. Our factory's definitely getting there now. Wait for our bots to catch up to us. Where are you going? Oh, power, 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 power. Power. Let's go. I am going to grab more fuel, though, again, before we leave. And now we'll automate the Tesla tower, and, yeah, we'll be doing okay. Put one more of those there. Looks like we're murdering the coal supply. I think that's okay. Sort button. Sort your inventory. Iron is now backed up. Woo, we're doing good things now. Good things are happening. Can I build the... No, I cannot. What I was looking for to build was the splitter. This guy right here. It's a good thing to tech to. Splitter. So splitter next. Maybe electromagnetic drive after that. Make our mecha go a bit faster. Okay. We are going to make a couple more smelters. And then automate the assemblers. So we'll pretty much have half the building at least. Have the buildings, plural, automated. That was pretty quick. I think that was 10
You have unlocked the universe.
I think that's like 10 science for that guy. And power lines wouldn't be bad either. I'm gonna go pull up power lines here for a second. Power lines need metal plates and magnet coils. So we can actually put them right here. So metal plates right here. Now remember, if they pull from farther away, they're going to be slower. So possibly you want more of them. And we don't want it to be that. It's a little X there. Boom. Easy. Build our storage container. Storage container can be probably soon on the itinerary for automating. Place you there. There we go. Power line's automated. Don't need that many. I'm going to continue pulling this iron line across, and then we're going to weave it back over there. Because we need it for these smelters. I've set it up as not really conducive to adding another row here. What I could do is pull this over. Actually, that's probably what we're going to do. So we can have the iron line right in here. On February 11th, there will be a upgrade feature coming into the game. The devs have promised us. So currently speaking, the devs are seems to be pretty good on the patching of the game. So we'll see if it stays like that. So far, so promising. As of this video's creation date. There we go. Now we can go put the chest right here instead. Looking good. We're just deleting the tree there. Okay. So we have that. We can make the Tesla towers now too. Or the wireless power tower. Wireless power tower. That just rolled off the lips. Or we can make assemblers. Let's actually do assemblers first. So we need gears, iron, and green circuits. So we have green circuits right here. Just build it right here. We can build gears on demand. So you are going to be gears. You are going to be the assembler. These are the core buildings we're needing. Automating this stuff is going to save you so much time in the future. Okay. We don't want a bazillion of them, so we'll go to there. He's a bit slow on the crafting, but again, we don't need so many of those. We could actually do this too. If we think he's too slow. I'm going to put you right there. Put you right there. This way he's double insertion. Two options now. You can have a tier 2 assembler or sorter, I guess. There we go. Now it'll probably build pretty quickly. Good. Good, good, good. Looks like our science is going at max speed. It's in a 1-to-1 ratio right there. So we can make more labs. They're making green chips on me. So you can just pick up the greens. And build them that way instead. Automating labs. I don't think you need to do that. Oops. Wrong button twice in a row. Nice. I'm good at this game. Could pick up the motors here too. Or magnetic coils. I pretty much call everything the wrong name. And apparently we can go higher now. As you start teching, you can go higher and higher. We're going to add another row right here. For those who have not seen, these items look very good on the belts. The graphic is quite awesome. Okay, now we're teching. We'll start just smashing through some of these techs that we probably don't know what they do, but that's fine. We just need more stuff going. No point wasting our time while we're hanging around. Mecha Core needs red. You need that. That's another thing we should probably upgrade shortly. Communication controls red as well. So we're just looking for everything that's a blue science. If it's a blue, we want to do it. That can go there. So now we're teching. Probably want these next. I'm going to automate these guys. So these are requiring the magnetic coil. You'll notice magnetic coil is used in a lot of things. And a magnetic coil and iron. Beautiful. Our iron supply, though, is pretty lackluster as we speak right now. Just gonna add some more smelters here. Actually, it doesn't really fit. It doesn't fit nicely. We'll just keep going. No space. No space. Go down this way, I guess. I'm gonna leave space for this guy. Place some miners over here, I guess. So now that we have things automated, you'll notice we can just spam stuff down quite quickly, which is very good. Very good. We're going to do this here. This will be our first use of a splitter. Tab changes the layout of them. If you're looking for a different weird layout, you can have different layouts. Splitter with four directions. Doesn't really tell you that in the hints that you can do that. Kind of does, but doesn't really. We need just a bit more space here. Still no. Okay. Okay, game. Why you fight me? So what's actually happening here is it's on an angle, and you can't build onto an existing angle. So I remove that, and then we place up to there. That's good. It actually probably was fine to begin with. It's just the angles are a little bit wacky when you try to build into an angle. Just know that in advance. But that is a thing. Go grab power lines now. Because we have them automated. Nice. Grab some more of those guys too. Click a little sort button there. Check your power. Power seems... it's okay. We'll grab more fuel though, because why not? Maybe add another coal smelter there. Or coal mining machine. Yeah, we can stack now. There you go. Hold shift lets you adjust where you place them a little bit. This is just a tiny bit in the way. Power is dying on me again. You can kind of tell by the yellow grid there. It'll still work, and you'll still build stuff. But it will just start slowing everything down. Could do a thermal power station, but the reason why I'm not doing a thermal power station right at the beginning is a thermal power station is going to use up our resources. Your resources are not infinite either, so you want to be a little bit aware of that as a thing. So we're going to place some more wind turbines down. They're actually pretty good wind turbines. Believe it or not. Pretty decent. There you go. Ooh, what Look at that sunrise. She is looking good. So we're just going to go a little bit out of the way. Maybe make a few more wind turbines while we're headed out that way. So these are infinite energy techs versus having something that uses resources. So we could put some thermal power stations down and use the fuel, which I never grabbed fuel, did I? Or I could go and place wind turbines down, which will last you forever. Go, green energy. You're like, oh man. Oh man. Flying through tech. Solar panels are pretty good too.
The data shows this is a planet without natural silicon.
Oh,
veins.
we know. Oh, we know. So silicon and titanium, you pretty much have to get off planet. There's a few recipes for it, but they're pretty not great. So 66% satisfaction. Wow. Nailed it. Nailed it. That's pretty not good. But you notice we're still building, even with that such bad power production. What if it happens if I plug all these in? That power that we never had. You can go to your planet screen here to star map. You can see how good your solar and wind is. Our wind energy ratio is 100%, and our solar is 95. If we go check our other planet here, we're 0% wind here. There's no wind on this planet. So if you were to place wind turbines on, you get no power. And here it's 7134. So it's interesting to know that. 0%. You actually don't see a lot of 0%. I'm pretty happy I see a 0% for these series. To show how flexible it can be. So yeah, we're going to build a few more wind turbines here. Maybe actually build them right here. Automate them. So as we build more, we're actually killing our power grid more as everything goes. It's kind of a double-edged sword. If the lab's turned off, it'll probably backlog a little bit for us. Maybe, possibly, hopefully. Give me all the iron. I can do this for a sec. One moment, please. So in a game about energy, it's pretty hard to keep up on your energy. So just know that's a thing. That's okay, though. It's kind of half the fun, I think. Not sure what the fun would be for a game that you need energy for, and you always have energy. This is why we want a Dyson Sphere. The solar panels need the silicone, which is one reason why we're not rushing to the solar panels right now. They are better, but ish. Always depends on your planet's ratio, too. I should be able to pull some from these guys. 84, nice. 85. 11. Okay, now we're actually crafting these decently. Grab all the magnets a man could ever want. I'll go place some more wind turbines down. Instead of using that very, very, very rare resource, silicone. You can change how many you craft here, actually, by doing that. Probably should have been doing that the whole time, but... C'est la vie. There we go. And these work at nighttime, too, which is a benefit to wind turbines versus solar. The only issue I have with these is the spacing. Which kind of makes sense. You can't place a wind turbine on top of another wind turbine, but it makes it a little harder to get as much power as fast as possible. Power grid's actually almost staying on. When it goes blue, it's good. And then we'll start mining faster, and everybody will be happy. The end. They do look pretty nice. So now we're placing on the grid axes. That didn't land there. That was a bit off. Oh, we're still building more. Nice. We should have 15 more being built right now. Wow. That should tide us over for a while. What a nice looking game. This game was such a pleasant surprise for a lot of people. Came out of nowhere. I've been watching it a little bit. Maybe a month before it came out, but I didn't know of it before that. It wasn't the game I was really watching. Came out of nowhere. 9 more coming here. Go check here. Go look at our power. Yeah, power's good now. We're good. We're good. Push it over to the side a bit more. Pretty excited to see what modding is going to bring to this game. Hopefully get some good modder community. That's something I'll have to delve into one day myself. Modding. And that's it for wind turbines. So we are fully wind turbined. Not so bad. As we slowly cruise our way back home. Can't build any more of those guys either. Slowly but surely. Can't make these though right now. Control click. Kind of brings everything across. You can pull something in your inventory, click delete on it to remove it if you don't want it. Something like wood or trees or something like that. Feel free to delete. Next thing we're going to probably tech is... that's not bad. Probably want this next. Gonna grab some coal here. We'll grab these. We're gonna make the motors too over here. Get those really basic techs that don't require matrices out of the way. The non-matricey techs. So we needed 60 of them. That'll put us to this deck here. Mecha frame, +1. +1 speed. It's a good one. This is a good tech. This is 200 science, and it's doing decent. Pretty happy with its performance so far. A little baby vein there. Let's see if we can stick another one of these guys in here. I'm gonna remove that. Hold shift to adjust its angle and such. Arrow keys back and forth. Arrow keys like in the keypad. A little bit of an awkward control there, but I don't make the hotkeys. I am not in charge. Oh yeah, so we're talking about this a little bit earlier. If you place these guys here, you can charge your mecha faster in this area.
You built a wireless power tower, which is suitable with long distance
I get it.
power
So you can stand in the grid here and charge your guy, and if you overlap enough of them, you can charge even faster. Beautiful. Beautiful. Vein exploration. Thank you. So now we are mining quite decently. And we gotta pull this iron out. And run it over there somewhere. Give me the iron. So I think we'll do with the iron line is we're going to run it. Actually, we'll put a balancer here. So half of it goes into the top. And then the other half will go across. And he's a different style balancer here. Fortunately, I'm trying to build a million things. I'm going to stop this for a sec. So having things automated is nice. There you go. And crash the whole factory. But we're attacking still. Good, good, good. Robots are roboting. So we're going to use a different style here. So I'm going to go with this one. Grab you. Grab you. It's going to go like that. Then we can run the line on top of the other line. It's kind of sneaky. You can do output priority, I believe, with that as well. So you can make sure the bottom is always full first. As opposed to top. You can stack them on top of each other, but still only a four-way splitter. Unfortunately. I don't think this will keep up, but... $200 fuel. So push the up arrow to grab from a different level. And run this up. So I have two full lines of iron right on top of each other. What I could do here, I'm going to go up a bit higher. We could have this feed into the side again. Kind of do a little veer. Go down. It's colliding with the power line there. And then go back in. That way we have a full line again. So for some reason, the line's totally unsaturated at this point. It's going to be a full line again. So one line, two lines. Beautiful. It's a highway. Next looks like coils are not keeping up anymore. Another item you need a lot of. You need a lot of these coils. Magnets actually aren't keeping up, you can tell. Magnets are kind of an interesting item too. Grab some more smelters. That's why having stuff automated is so nice. Of handcrafting everything. Much fun as handcrafting is. So the actual amount that a belt will consume, if you actually want to know the actual ratio, is, I believe it's 6 for a full belt. It's one of these going full tilt. 6 a second, this will consume 1 a second, and full belt is done. We kind of set it up for a better resources at some point, or better belts at one point. But, yeah. That is kind of how it goes. So we're playing from those sides across. I believe the ratio is something like that. It would make sense. Never did the math on it myself, but I just know I need more, and I don't need more. You can stuff more miners on these too. It'll just eat the node faster. So they can double mine on top of each other. I think it's good to do that. To pull more. Pull as much as you can. We do have other nodes over there too we can grab from if we need to. And there we go. More magnets. Go back to our tech tree. Go back to technologies right now. So, you can do concrete. We don't really need that right now. Basic engineering. Get oil soon. Actually have this next. Red Matrices. Here's you're trying to break everything. Good. Good on you. Keeping me on your toes. You notice obviously the wrong item there. A little bit obvious. Pull all those dudes out. We need steel soon too, but for now we're probably okay with that steel. For a little bit anyways. We need more space to build. We are out of space. Go right here. So the belts don't need foundation, the buildings need the foundation. Shift click, grab you. And place some more of these guys down. Still building east-west, not north-south. You can build however you want, but I find that this is much better and easier to kind of work with. And then we'll grab the copper as well. Copper probably will start dying on us now too. That's okay. A little bit expected. Haven't touched the copper in a while. And then we'll have the red science unlocked in a moment's time. It's beautiful. Kind of reminds me of an interstate there, doing like that. There you go. Oil. Oil is an unlimited resource in this game. So once you start getting your oil, it'll last forever. There's no limits on your oil. Just as a heads up on that. A lot of resources are not infinite in this game, but oil is. More. Mecha, your bots are so slow. But yes, having everything automated, as you're obviously kind of noticing, makes everything go so much faster. It's just better, so you can actually do what you want to do with the hang around. 45 minutes pocket crafting everything. We're at to boost this iron or copper in a second here, though. The 3 smelters aren't keeping up anymore. Go figure. Go figure. Not super surprised. But red matrices unlocked. You can see what it needs to build. It needs the carbon rods and hydrogen. Hydrogen is your first oil item. So currently the inserter is not fast enough to offload, but that will not stay the case. Remove those. Don't need those there. The 1-to-1 should work fine, I do believe. Someone will probably correct me on that one, but... Energy matrix complete. Nice. Those are all going the wrong way. Nailed it. Nailed it. Deconstructing this game's a little bit of a... not the best thing in the world, but... still early access, so we'll give them a benefit of the doubt here. Place you right there. Mighty mining machine. Connect you to there. We'll build a couple more of these guys. So we have a lot of stuff automated, but we do not have mining machines yet. Oil extractor and the such needs steel, which we don't have either. So maybe we'll get the steel up and running in a moment's time. And then we will be able to make red matrices. And now we can fly a little bit. It's kind of cool. Steel does directly smelt, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Let's go look at the time here. 3 seconds and 3, and then how long does it take to make a bar? It takes a bar 1 second, so it's actually just 1 to 1. 1 to 1 will work fine. No problem. I'll take you out. You to steel. Too close. That's why I didn't want to build all of them at once. Because of that exact issue. What am I doing here? Clicking everything first. Put you there. That'll work. And you can use the arrow keys to copy the recipe. There you go. We're good. We are good. Have to get more resources in here too, but the setup allows actually for quite a few more to be snuck in here. Push the R arrow to rotate a bit. Actually gonna go up with it. Reach for the sky. Now we can just do a direct line straight across there. Straight across. Just like that. There we go, we got steel. We have the steel. Because we're not using it right away, I'm gonna chest it at the beginning. So we're gonna have the steel going into a chest. And that'll be kind of like a buffer for us for future items. I'm gonna grab that, and we're gonna make our first oil extractor. And then we're going to make some of these guys. These need prisms, and prisms are used with glass, so I gotta go grab some glass over here. So, already had that set up, so it's pretty convenient. We have no fuel in our mecha. There you go, that's some fuel. Delete that, get that out of there. I don't want to use that ever for fuel. It's pretty bad. Doesn't work super great. Okay, now we're gonna go look for some oil. Go put our resource overlay on.
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button and drag.
Leave me alone. We've got crude right there, which is actually connected. Crude right there. What I mean connected, it's pretty much on our power grid there. And crude right there as well. So grab those 2 nodes that are in the power grid already. Make things easier. And then we're gonna pocket craft a ton of these. Grab some more glass. I probably need more glass still. Pocket craft. Go from you. Give me 100 there. A little easier than holding it. I'll grab some magnets. And then we need a lot of these guys. Oil refineries. All of them. You click on the building and pull 20 out at a time, but this is probably better. And there you go. And then more steel. Which is conveniently in a chest for us. Fluids do get belted in this game. Is that subject to change? I don't know if it'll ever... I don't think it'll ever change. I think it'll stay the way it is. So you right there. Actually put the resource right in the middle. This wind turbine has to get kicked over a notch. Place you over there instead. have a bit of oil. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful oil. We're going to bring the oil right to here. We're going to use it right over here. Lack of an item. Ooh, this guy did not come prepared. Is there any more tech we can actually do right now while we're hanging out? Next question. Ooh, we can do that. Everything else requires red right now, so we can't really do anything else. Unless I'm missing something here. Could do that. Inventory capacity is not bad to do. Those all require different things, and you're red, and you're red again as well. So now we're going to red. We're going to set up some oil. Going to grab the steel, though, because I do need 120 steel for this tech upgrade. There we go. And we need green circuits, too. I can just grab them off the belt here, too, instead of dealing with that myself. And I need 120 for the pocket graft. 60. See the bottom left corner. How much is actually picking up there? 85, 90, 100. 120. Good. You can see where the belt is not finished yet. It's actually kind of a nice locator if you're trying to build stuff. But now we got the oil refinery themselves. A little bit of an interesting building. How the layout works on these.
This facility will produce multiple products. To divide them, you need to set a filter on the sorter.
There's a few different ways of setting these up, obviously, like anything else in this game. The current way we're going to do it, just so we can put a whole ton in a row, is we're going to use the sorter to pull the items out. Or the splitter, sorry. We're going to put them together. We're going to have all the items come out on a belt. Then we're going to use a sorter to deal with the problem. Not really a problem, but it can deal with how it wants to do it. So you could actually pull out anything, a specific item if you wanted to. I'll go like this. I have 2 resources coming out. This guy here will do a filter on this, which is nice. So we put both the items into the building. And I will let you do it if my bots ever come back. I'll come back one day, I think. Maybe. Probably. Probably not. You can do it, bots. You can do it. So here, we can take out just the hydrogen. And then the other side can do the other leftovers. Rest over. I know, so hydrogen only goes that side, and the solid fuel, or the solid oil, refined oil, only goes on the other side. Could use fluid tanks here, but I actually prefer storage tanks. They hold less, but the benefit of a storage tank is that you can pull it out from multiple layers, which we'll get to in later episodes. The benefit to that. A fluid tank you can only pull out on the first level, which may be subject to change as well. Just hitting that 50-minute mark. And we have hydrogen automated, which is kind of fun. And the hydrogen is going to go into the lab along with carbon, which we have automated already. And then we're making red science. Connect that guy up. Those guys up pretty quickly right now. Keep our labs together. For now. Not too bad to do with red science. Once it starts to get to higher tier sciences, it gets a bit crazy to connect everything, but this will work for now. Should be perfectly in line. That's your basic oil setup right there. Boom. Boom. Let them finish this. So we can set up quite a few more refineries in the setup. Just spam them down the line. We don't have any right now, so I can't. But when we want to, we definitely could. Grab some more oil here too. And then we'll hook that carbon up. Well, we have red science automated. Wait for bots to catch up to us. So oil doesn't really have to be too intimidating to set up your first time. It's a bit weird, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Maybe we'll come all the way across the other way. We gotta go pretty far here. Slow man mecha. Can fly a little bit, which is kind of cool. Whenever you hover over the water, you will always fly. Give me some fuel. Give me the fuel. Right there, and then we'll go up high. High. We're gonna get the red going before we finish this episode. A little bit longer, that's okay. Looks like we're missing one green circuit. Just one. Inventory capacity. Now I can hold more junk. So we got one more row there. That's decent. Can't complain with that. Power, how we doing? Power is good. One reason why I do like the wind power. I didn't use it enough in my last playthrough. Oh, we're going top. And the next episode, we're definitely going to flare up our oil. Now our oil's a little lackluster. Maybe even chest the electromagnetic coils. Need so many of them always. Would be a bad idea to chest them actually. Up a storage tower right here. For the Rouge science. Pretty expandable too, which is nice. Actually, we can't put any more inserters here. How do we set this up? Actually, we can upgrade the tiers of them. So, that's fine. That's fine like that. Not optimal, but it'll work. Might not actually have outsorters. Inserters and outsorters. It's the word of the day on that building. Outsorters. Oi. He called it outsorters. Let's go. I'm kind of interested to see speedruns this game. The bots are kind of a problem, so you have to build really tight builds. Because space... It's not because you... It's not because you want to build tight, but just because tight would be faster in the regard of the bots are so slow early game. So your builds have to be really jam-packed, which makes for some interesting builds here. Yes, we're not offloading here. We'll keep hoarding the oil. What's going to happen is you're going to be using all this, and you're not using this right now. So you're going to have some problems there. We can do this too as well. And burn a bit of it. Thermal power. Such power. He gets so excited. He's such an excited guy. There you go. Just burn some of that for us anyways. For now, it's an okay use of it. And there we go. Red Science Automated. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, we'll stop the episode there with the Red Science going, and I will hopefully catch you guys around. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. Ciao for now.